So, when you hear the name GoDaddy, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's domain names, right? But what's really going on behind the scenes is this massive multi-billion-dollar bet that could completely change not just their company, but how small businesses operate online, period. Today, we're going to break down their huge pivot to AI. For over 20 years, GoDaddy has been the front door to the internet for millions and millions of entrepreneurs. But here's the thing, just being the world's biggest domain registrar, that's not the end game anymore. Nope, it's now the launchpad for something way, way bigger. And this right here, this is the fuel for that ambition. In the last fiscal year, GoDaddy generated $1.6 billion in free cash flow. And listen, that's not revenue. That's pure, cold, hard cash left over after running the entire business. It's a war chest, and it gives them an incredible amount of freedom. Okay, so what do you do with that kind of financial firepower? You definitely don't just let it sit there. You use it to make a huge, strategic, company-defining bet. And for GoDaddy, that bet is a full-on pivot into the world of artificial intelligence. So to really get why this bet is so important, you have to see just how much of a powerhouse GoDaddy is right now. And well, their latest report card is absolutely glowing. Let's just start with the bottom line. In the fourth quarter, Wall Street figured they'd earn about $1.58 per share. They didn't just meet that, they blew right past it, coming in at $1.80. That's a huge signal of a really healthy, really well-run company. And this strength, it's not just a one-off. It's everywhere you look. Revenue is heading towards $5 billion. They're getting more profitable. And that cash flow machine, it's growing at a staggering 19%. And crucially, they're getting more money from each customer. This is the engine that lets them take these massive risks. And that brings us to the first big risk, a really calculated gamble that they're taking right now. It's a strategic trade-off that, honestly, if you first look at it, it might seem a little backwards. So here's what they did. They made a brand new, super simple way for people to buy a one-year .com domain at a special price. And the goal was really straightforward. Get more new customers in the door, even if you make a little less money on that first sale. And this is just a fascinating trade-off, isn't it? In the short term, yeah, they get less cash up front, what the industry calls bookings, because fewer people are buying domains for 2 or 3 years at a time. But the long-term gain? That's a much, much larger pool of new customers that they can then sell their other more valuable services to. We're talking websites, marketing tools, all that good stuff. So why take this gamble? Why give up some immediate cash just for a flood of new users? Well, it's because it's all designed to fuel this, their massive three-pronged bet on becoming an AI-first company. Their AI strategy is what you'd call a true triple play. First, you've got Arrow, a tool for their customers. Second, they're turning that AI inward to make themselves more efficient. And third, they're building something foundational for the future of the internet itself, called the Agent Name Service, or ANS. Let's break each one down. Okay, first up, Iro.ai. The best way to think about this is like an AI business partner for anybody starting out. They call it an agentic system. Now, that's a fancy word, but what it means is it doesn't just give you suggestions. It has 25 different AI agents that can actually do things for you, like validate your business idea, register your domain, build a website, even run marketing campaigns, all from a simple chat window. The second piece of the puzzle is turning that same AI power back on themselves. I mean, listen to this quote from the CEO, Aman Bhutani. He said AI is already generating the majority of their new code. And even wilder, an internal AI sales agent is already handling thousands of customer calls and chats, and it's successfully selling products with zero human help. This just makes the company so much more efficient and helps boost those profit margins we saw earlier. But this third pillar, this might be the most ambitious of them all, the Agent Name Service, or ANS. I mean, think about it. In the future, we're going to have all these AI agents online buying things and making decisions. How do you know you can trust them? Well, ANS is GoDaddy's answer. It wants to link every AI agent to a real-world domain name, basically giving it a verifiable passport. This is a play to build the entire trust system for the AI-powered web. All right, so with this strategic gamble and this huge AI investment, what does the road ahead actually look like? Let's take a peek at the company's own forecast for 2026. Their own forecast points to nothing but confident, continued growth. They see revenue climbing past $5.2 billion, they expect to be even more profitable, and they're projecting that free cash flow to hit a jaw-dropping $1.8 billion. The message here is crystal clear. We are betting big, and we fully expect to win. Okay, we've walked through the financials, the dot-com gamble, and the grand AI vision. So what's the one big idea you should really walk away with? Let's just boil it all down. So here's the story in a nutshell. First, GoDaddy is coming from a place of just massive financial strength. Second, they're using that strength to make a smart trade, give up a little cash now to dramatically grow their customer base for the future. And third, that entire strategy is just fuel for their huge transformation into an AI-first company. So it all leads to this one central question. GoDaddy is leveraging its old school dominance, being the internet's address book, to fund a radical transformation. The big question is, will this bet actually pay off? And will it successfully turn this internet veteran into a real leader for the next AI-powered generation of the web? Well, I guess only time is going to tell.